Now we're moving to Elgin, Illinois. That's where I moved. I think in 1967 we moved to Elgin, Illinois. Because during all this time, Casey prepared board exam, and he was working in the Illinois State Mental Health Hospital in Elgin. Yeah, it is a small middle class town, and then the kids are enjoying it. Everyone have a tricycle, so they ride in front. We rent a little house. I have to tell the story down here. We supposed to buy a house before we moved to Elgin from Chicago. Beginning, I let my husband to decide to do everything since I didn't learn how to drive until after we moved to Elgin, 1967. I came into this country in 1958. I never learned how to drive. So I told him, I said, we have $3,000. That time, all you need is $3,000 down payment. You can buy a new house they develop around the area. Even I didn't see what kind of model he's buying. I just trust him. I said, you go to look the model and then pick up which house you want, and then we just buy a house instead of rent the house. I said, if we put $3,000 down, the monthly payment, the rent, and then the mortgage is almost the same amount. So the day he's supposed to go to the bank to sign all the paper, he told me he picked up the house already. Besides, he wants to make sure in July, when our family moved to Elgin, that house will be completed, finished. But the day he has the money, he came back, he didn't say one word. So I asked him, I said, did you sign the paper and then we are buying a house? He said, no. I said, why? He said, we are going to rent a house. I said, that'd be nice if we can afford it to buy. I said, I'm going to find part-time. I said, they have 2 hospitals in Elgin. I said, I'm sure I can work 2-3 days a week, and then with your salary, we can afford a house. He said, I had an argument with this whole bunch of bad people. I said, what's happened now? He said, before we sign, I told them we are moving to Elgin July 1st. I wanted them guarantee, that's 4 months before July 1st. Guarantee the house will be ready. Even my attorney signed on their side, and they told the contractor, with the contractor both say, that's impossible, Dr. Sun. He said sometimes the weather, they will delay the finish. He said we can say July 1st, but we cannot guarantee 100% you can occupy that house by July 1st. We can close maybe. He said, in the 60s, that's true. It's not today. Everybody's a little bit conscious, especially we are Chinese. In his mind, he think even his own attorney, because we are minority. So that's why they are all standing together against him. So he said he's mad. He threw the paper on the ground. He walked out there, all banging. Oh, I said, my God. I said, I give that $3,000. I said, that's our saving. You buy a house. What's happened to the money? He said, I bought a whole set of stereo hi-fi, Macintosh. I don't know what it is. I don't know the instrument. Oh, I said, my God. I said, I couldn't believe it. I said, I cannot believe what you've been doing. I said, we don't need the hi-fi. I said, even we don't have a home. He spent the money. He bought a whole set of stereo hi-fi. Cost him closer to $2,000. So we didn't buy a house. So he rent the house. He said, Lisa, I rent the house. I know the house there for us to move in. You know, he's stubborn sometimes. I don't know. One time, my brother Francis say, he said, you both are all stubborn. And you stubborn and your husband is stubborn. So you both scream to each other and scream, yell. That's true. So we didn't buy a house. So he spent the money, but he's still hi-fi. So now we're back to Elgin. So one day, I think their daddy took the whole family to a Santa's village. They have a little amusement park. In the summer months, it's like an amusement park. In the winter, they make an ice rink. So all the kids are skating inside. So one weekend, we went there, watch the children, adults ice skating, and Stella sit on the bench and watch. She just couldn't wait. She wants going down to skating too. And her daddy yelled. She said, you have to learn how to skate. I said, put ski shoes on. So it's not that easy. But since that time, I saw Stella loves skating. Honest, I made a decision. I said, I'm going to make that little girl to take ice skating lessons, and then so she be able to skate. But I didn't know how much time involved for me to do all these things. After her father practiced medicine, I have to manage his practice, and then to take care of all his investment, and then to take care of the family. So every day I have to cook a dinner. I said, those are two kids to make sure in the morning going to school, and then by the time when they come home, they come home. But after come home, they all have a program. I said, my God. I said, I have a high blood pressure since I was 36 years old. That's true. So Stella's skating after school. And then little Steven, sometimes I sign him up with YMCA for swimming lessons. And then sometimes I sign him up with a hockey game. So by the end, I have to beg Steven. I said, Steven, I don't have the energy. I cannot take you go swimming. I cannot take you go soccer.